ease of use is amazing. So this polymer blend that's inside there, one thing that I really liked, at the end of the process, it leaves a silky, soft, smooth touch and experience. Not only does it smell good, but when you're going to be done with this, it just is amazing to work with. And again, that lubrication really helps. But people are going to ask, does it leave crazy protection behind? No, it doesn't leave any stout protection behind. Nothing that a simple panel prep can't remove. So if, for example, you're going to coat afterwards, when you're doing your panel.
All right, let's try it. Rinseless wash, Pantheorganizer.
Because I wanted this to be the best rinseless wash in the world. So I needed a few people who know more about rinseless washes than I.
All right, hey guys, it's Rob Caputo here, and today what we're gonna do is we're gonna clean a car in a slightly different way. It's cold outside, and I'm probably gonna say it about 100 times. It is very cold. It's probably, I think it's 15 to 20 degrees outside. Got the snow blower out there ready to go because we're supposed to be getting some snow soon. And it's not ideal for washing a car outside, but I do have a garage. And what we could do is we could use a rinseless wash. Now, I've seen so many different videos online about rinseless washes, the benefits of rinseless washes, using their legacy foams and all that, you know, sponges and stuff like that. And I'm not really a fan of the sponge, to be quite honest. I mean, I've spent 25 years of my life getting away from a sponge and using a microfiber towel or a mitt. And here we are going right back to the sponge again. So I'm not really a fan of the sponge. I still don't think that's the best way to clean a car. I think the wash mitts are definitely better. But what I want to do is I want to do twofold today. Number one, I want to show you what I typically do when it's cold outside to rinse down the car and clean it panel by panel. And I'm going to use a rinseless wash. And today's rinseless wash is going to be Pantheorganizer's rinseless wash. It's the one he boasts about constantly. I mean, you hear about it being the best in the world, all that kind of stuff. Eddie Cologne reviewing it, all that kind of stuff. So it must be the best in the world, right? It's going to be pretty close. I mean, honestly, his ceramic coating, and I've installed the ceramic coating on part of my car, and it's holding up really nice, to be honest. So he does have products in his lineup that are really good. Best in the world, that's personal preference, right? If you like that smell, if you like the way it acts, if you like the way it cleans a car, then yes, it is the best in the world for you. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to use the rinseless wash as the pre-wash, right? So you know how you typically use a foam cannon and you foam the car, let it dwell, let it sit, then you rinse that off. And then you put another layer of foam so you could do your contact wash. Well, this is going to be the same sort of process. You're going to put a 256:1 dilution ratio of this product. So basically, and I hate that 256:1. So basically it's 4 gallons of water to 2 ounces of this material. This is the rinseless wash with their surfactants in it and polymers in it to make it slick. So that's what you're gonna do. Now, if you want to use it as a waterless wash, then you're gonna double that, right? You're gonna go to 4 ounces. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna meet it right in the middle, right? Because I'm still kind of a newbie when it comes to rinseless washes, and I don't really care for the idea, but I get it. It's supposed to be just as good, just as safe, just as effective, if not more than effective, than a foam cannon or a foam type standard soap. So let's put it to the test. Let's go ahead and use this rinseless wash, Pantheorganizer's, the best in the world. Use 3 ounces in a 4 gallon of like semi-warm water. I'm not gonna go cold. I'm gonna put a little bit of warm water in it. And we're gonna go ahead and start doing these panels. I'm gonna do the front panel, then I'm gonna do the door panels, and then the rear quarter panel. And I'm gonna do one panel at a time. I'm not gonna just speed through this. I'm gonna feel comfortable about it. My pre-wash is gonna be basically that dilution ratio, and I'm gonna put it into one of these cannons, these like little like portable cannons that you pump. All right, I'm gonna put it on in that, and I'm gonna actually spray it on the car. I'm gonna let it dwell. I'm gonna let it do its thing, encapsulate the dirt, and then go ahead with the contact wash using a wash mitt. So let's try it out. Let's see how it goes. And if I feel comfortable with it, I'll go ahead and do the hood and then continue around the car, you know. But I want to show you how I typically wash a car in the winter, in the garage, when it's 20 something degrees outside or 10. And I don't and I can't bring my power washer outside and wash it. Unfortunately, in the Northeast, we're kind of dealt those cards. So let's go to it. This is Talking What Cars. Now, one more thing, because it is Christmas, I want to kind of give a Christmas gift to all my viewers, the people that are out there supporting my channel, viewing it, liking, commenting. You know, I just really appreciate it. You know, I'm almost at 4,000 subscribers, which is kind of a feat for me. You know, this is a part-time thing for me. I don't do this full-time, but I want to give back to you, you know, and what I want to do is for the 10th person, different person to comment down below, I'm going to give to you as a Christmas gift, upgraded foam cannon, brand new. This thing is brand new. I tested it. A couple videos ago, I upgraded it with a new foam filter in here. And I have the other orifice available too, and I'll send that out. All right, 10th person to comment down below, different person, and you get this beautiful foam cannon that's completely modified and ready for you. So let's go. Happy holidays. All right, so let's put 3 ounces, I said, right? 3 ounces of this Rinseless into this. Whoa. Kind of a milky white. All right, so that's 3 ounces right there, okay? I'm gonna fill up a 4 gallons of water in a bucket and then get that ready for you. All right, so I have multiple microfiber towels or mitts that I'm gonna use on this side of the car. I have my solution and I'm gonna put that into the bucket of warm water. Mix it up. Kind of gets into like a milky white consistency. You can see it here, I'll show you. Right, so that's what it looks like. And is it slick to the touch? I mean, I can't really tell using these gloves, but I'm sure this is pretty slick. So let's go ahead and fill up our pump sprayer. Get this filled up with some material, so that'll be the pre-wash. So I'm gonna start with 1 panel. I'm gonna do the front panel. Actually, I'll do 2. I'll do the front panel because it's small, and then the driver door, and we'll set that up. So the way you wanna do that is you wanna basically just take this and just put it in here and fill it up. A little more than halfway. Actually, I don't want this whole thing to be full. I want some room for air. It smells kind of like cologne-y, to be honest. It smells like cologne. I don't know. Some people think it's fruity. I think it's more like cologne. Yeah, it smells like almost like a women's shampoo or something. Anyway, so let's pump this up. Let's go over to the car and I'll show you that it's a little dirty. It's not crazy dirty, but it definitely has a film to it. And that's why we're doing the pre-wash, because I want it to kind of encapsulate everything and kind of drip off the dirt, right? Even if it was salt, you'd be able to spray this on, let it soak, spray it again, and then kind of rinse that material off the car panel, right? So you can get it to a point where you feel comfortable to use a wash mitt and then do the contact wash and not risk any like marring or scratching or anything like that. So let's go ahead and do it. Let me turn this around. All right, so you can see those panels, right? I'm gonna let it dwell on here for a couple of minutes. I would say 3 minutes to get this this Rinseless to do its job. And I do have a ceramic coating on here. And on this panel, I have Jimbo's Gloss Boss. That's what I have. All right. And I'm gonna do the door also. And just be prepared. You're gonna have this on the ground, so. And it's definitely, the ceramic coating is clogged up with some grime. You can tell because of the behavior of the coating down here. All right. We're gonna let that soak for a couple minutes and then we'll take it from there. So I think one of the questions I ask myself is this doing the same amount of work to a body panel when you're foaming it? Is it drawing all the dirt down? Is it encapsulating the dirt and getting rid of it? That's the question. So, I mean, based on what I'm seeing here, it's definitely absorbed into the dirt, you know, and kind of doing its job of drawing some of that material down. You could see it come down. Do I see dirt on the ground? Maybe a little bit. I think more of what I have on here on this car is more like a little layer of grime or salt. I think it's less dirt than it is, you know, just kind of like a salty grime. Curious to see how this works. After I let it soak for a couple of minutes, I'm gonna let it soak for 5 minutes. And I think that'll be enough time where I can kind of rinse this down with a little bit more solution and then go to a contact wash. All right, so it's been a good 5 minutes. And I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit more of this on the surface. All right, that's soaked. That's fully saturated. That's been on there for 5 minutes. It's drawn a lot of it down. And I think for a test, what I'd like to do one day is basically just allow this, just rinse this off with a pressure washer and then allow it to dry and then compare it with the area that I didn't do this to and see if it did in actuality remove some material. So, all right, so let's take my wash mitt. See, I have my wash mitt in here. And whoa, it is slick for sure. And I'm gonna constantly rinse it. I got my grit guard here. And it does a really good job of cleaning off the dirt off the wash mitt. It is very slick to the touch, no question. All right, it's very slick for sure. I'm gonna wipe this panel, and as soon as it gets draggy or dirty, you can see how dirty that is. Here, I'll bring it to the camera. You can see how dirty that is. Now I'm just gonna dunk it in here. Whoa. Okay. And it's clean. All right, so it does a good job of getting rid of some of this dirt from your mitt, which means it must be doing something similar to your body panel. Now, do I recommend doing it this way all the time? No, but during the winter months, I mean, we don't really have that much of an option, to be quite honest, in the Northeast. So we're kind of left with very few options, or go to a, you know, one of those touchless car washes. You can go to that, maybe pre-rinse it with something like this, or maybe something a little bit more stout, Jimbo's Super Soaper, or the Drive Labs Hot Lap. You know, hit it with that, let it soak for a little bit, and then go through the touchless, and you're getting a pretty damn good wash. All right, I'm not picking up any more dirt. And this stuff is supposed to be like pulling the dirt off of your mitt and actually dropping it down to the bottom of this bucket. You know, so it's kind of the dirt stays there. Now what I want to do is I want to kind of like take a towel, because it is rinseless, and kind of wipe this down. So I'm going to go grab my Griot's towel, drying towel. And again, I'm going to use multiple. But let's see how this feels. Let's put this here. Let's fold this up a little bit. Okay. Use the other side. And I'm not hitting it hard with this. I'm just basically just dragging it on the surface. I got grit on here. I think it's just on the bottom half of this, there's definitely some road grime that I need to get off. And I think I know exactly what to use. It is much cleaner. I mean, it's very clean actually. So here, let's take the camera and you can see what it looks like up close. You know, maybe I'm being a little nitpicky, but this is pretty clean. Now you can see the other panel, right? The before, I got the light shining on it so you could see it, and the after, right? So it is very clean. And maybe I'm being a little nitpicky, but this is kind of what you expect from a rinseless wash. And I don't see any swirling or anything like that. I don't see any like love marks. But, you know, I mean, in all honesty, even after a year of doing your foam cannon and all that kind of stuff, you're still going to see those love marks. And then after a year or two, you're going to want to polish it and put another coating of ceramic, and then you're good. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty clean, right? You can see the reflection of my car, and I can't wait to do the wheels. That'll be next. There's the difference, the before and the after. You can physically see the grime on this side of the car, and you can see that that's all clean. So I hope that helped. That's kind of the process I would use during the winter months. And in order to hit that, like the lower part of the car, I'm going to hit that with a DriveLab 1 wiper. And what that is that's an acidic cleaner. And it also puts a little bit of a topper on it, a ceramic topper. So that's going to clean that surface off. That's going to give it its final wipe, and I'll be good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and work around the rest of the car. And thank you so much for a successful year. Thank you so much for watching, for listening, for liking, for subscribing, and I'll see you on the next one. Merry Christmas, have a great holiday, and I'll see you in the new year. Peace.